Da-da-da. Is this working? Got to test it out for myself. Hello there. If you are here, hello. Just got to make sure that the stream is working. Let me take a look. Everything sound alright? Testing. Everything sound alright? It seems like it's working. Let's check this up. There we go. Hello everyone. I just wanted to go live. I've been fancying... I was just sat here kind of doing nothing, working on a video. Well, I guess that's not doing nothing, is it? I was working on a video and I thought, I'm a bit bored and I fancy streaming. I haven't streamed in months. And I was watching a YouTuber called Josh Strife Hayes, who I like to listen to occasionally. And he was talking about streaming and how he doesn't like streaming culture. And it kind of just made me want to stream. He was talking about how you kind of have to rile people up and pit them against each other. And then he was saying that his viewers are the normal ones, the people who just want to chill in the middle. And then for some reason that got me hyped to stream myself. So that's what I'm going to do. And I was thinking, why not play... I'm just going to play Skater XL, which is a skateboarding game. There's... the new Skate Full Stop. I made a video on it recently. That's going to be coming out shortly. Well, in 13 days, I think. So I thought, why not take it back to the PC skateboarding game that I like, Skater XL, play that a little bit, and just chill out and do a bit of streaming, which it's been absolutely months. And we got Danny DeVito pulling a funny face. There we go. Oh, I've got to get my head around the controls again. Okay, I can do a kick flip, heel flip. I've been playing a little bit of Skate 3 lately just because after making the video on Skate, it did make me want to play some skateboarding games again. So it's been nice to load up Skate and play it once again, because it's been years since I actually played it. I've been playing Skater XL casually for quite a long time. But the controls are just slightly different. That even spending half an hour on Skate totally discombobulates you to this game. Oh, there we go. Got it back. Now, I cannot grind at all in real life. I can't do a lot of these tricks in real life. Oh, definitely not that. 360 inward heel flip. It's a bit crazy. But what's been going on? If you are joining, how's it been going? I know it's been a long time since my last stream, but I've been so focused on making videos. I did have this grand plan where I'd be like, I'm going to start streaming every day. And that just never happened, evidently, as you can see, evidenced by the upload schedule. But it's hard to make lots of videos if you're streaming, I must say. It takes a lot of time. Like, you kind of, I've come to realise you kind of need to focus on one or the other. If you want to be a streamer, that kind of has to be your focus. I mean, it's obvious by the name, isn't it? If you're a streamer, you prioritise streaming. But my priority's always been, like, I like making videos, so streaming kind of falls by the wayside, even though it is fun. But if you wanted to do both, it'd be so full on. But this was something I was discussing the other day. It's like, if you do make content or do anything YouTube related, there's just like an endless list of things you could be doing. You could be doing so much stuff. It's like a never-ending job, really. It's like you could make one video, then you could make shorts, then you could share it in relevant places, then you could be working on the next video, all while, I don't know, making posts, researching things, posting it on other platforms. That's kind of like how any sort of job is, really. If you're self-employed, any job can fall into, you could take up your whole life doing it. And I guess where it's like a passion, it's really easy to not waste, but spend your whole life doing things towards the benefit of the thing you're interested in. Like if you was running your own business, you could end up, just spending your whole life doing all these little things that might push your business forward that little like 0.5%. So I do think it's easy to let those sort of things consume you. And I do end up doing that a lot with YouTube. I end up letting it totally take over my life because there's always something I could be doing. Instead of celebrating and being like, I just released a video, it's like, well, guess I better move on to the next video. And the silly thing, it's always self-imposed as well. Like, there's no one telling me, like, you need to upload this week. You need to make a video. But then I end up grinding my whole week away on it anyway. And then sometimes I think, like, I could replace all of the free time I had. Like, say I'm playing a video game at night with some friends. I could be like, oh, well, I could just replace this with working instead. Grind myself down. It's not worth it. That's sort of where my head's at right now anyway. That's what I've been thinking about a lot. Because I spend a lot of my time making the videos, so it's just where my head is at the minute. But maybe we should talk about Skate Full Stop. As it's been interesting seeing all the comments people have been putting on that video actually. It seems like a lot of people are very angry about it. Yeah, I felt like I addressed a lot of the things that people were saying about the new skate in the video. But I'm not angry about it or anything. I mean, there are things that, you know, it's a bit sad, isn't it? I'm not a big fan of I've never liked microtransactions. I've always been very anti spending money in video games. Now, other than buying the game itself, I'm not really a big fan of spending extra money. And that's mostly because I didn't have much money anyway. So that's given me that mindset where I don't want to spend extra money. But I'm kind of glad for that mindset because you might end up like one of those people that spend thousands of pounds on Path of Exile or something. And I know Path of Exile is a pretty good game, but I never felt the need to spend any money on it. Oh, let's change map. This map is tiny. It's the problem with this game. The official map's tiny. I do have a bunch of community maps. Some of them don't run too well. Should we try this? World Skate Rome Skate Park. Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy? You didn't get notified. So how did you end up here then? Wait, how did I... No. Oh, the game's slightly different to skate. It's confusing me. All's good, man. I'll be honest, I was sat here just a bit bored and I thought, why don't I stream? No plan. There's no plan into this stream whatsoever. I just thought I'd chuck it on and see what happens. Because it has literally been months. This skate park's tiny. That's the problem with this game. There's really not much going on. That's why, like, I've had this game for years. I've got about 56, 57 hours logged on Steam. Well, I don't know how I jumped up that high. But you can only really play it for about an hour or two before you're like, I want to move on. Like, doing the tricks can be fun for, like, a time. But then there's just... It's such an empty game, which is sad, really. Jimmy. Yeah, I don't know why. Jimothy's my go-to. Oh, that was cool. I always thought that trick was very cool in real life. I don't know how to actually pull it off in this game, but when basically, if you land on the back trucks, it's called a blunt. No, not like that. So you kind of like hit the board, the ramp's here, and the board comes up, stops there, and then you go back down. I always thought that was very cool. Is he wearing Skechers? They look like a fake version of Nikes or something. I don't know, is that an N or a Z? This park would be really nice to skate in real life. It looks very smooth. But yeah, this game is so empty and it's been out for years. There's no story or anything. It is purely just skateboarding simulation. And I'll be honest, after playing a little... Yeah, I've been playing Skate 3 since I made my skate video recently. And it's reminded me how much time I used to spend on that bloody game. Like doing certain tricks downstairs. I would stay at one set of stairs and just relentlessly try tricks over and over again until I was happy with it. Oh, that looked good. The thing about this game is, though, the tricks just look more realistic. Like the way he pops on and rolls off the rail, it doesn't look quite as satisfying in Skate. When did I last skate? Oh, before the summer. I was getting kind of frequently back into it, and now I just haven't done it in like a couple of months again. But I haven't skated regularly in years. I mean, I kind of gave it up just before COVID, and then started skateboarding again maybe like 4 months ago. And the thing that shocked me was how much of the muscle memories was still there. It's almost like I had to drill some flip tricks, but other than that, most of the tricks I actually could still do. I'm very like, this is a tray flip. Hang on, let me try and... He's in switch. Oh, hang on. Do a tray flip, you bugger. No! Wait. No! Hang on, let me just do a 180. No, you bum. Ah, he's gone into switch now. This isn't going how I planned. Oh no, he did a hill flip. There we go. Tray flip. That's a tray flip. I used to be quite consistent at those. And that's the one trick that I've really lost over the years. I have landed some recently, but I'm not consistent at them whatsoever. But my kick flips in real life, still got those, luckily. That was the trick I drilled the most. I was never a big heel flipper. This one, that's a heel flip. They do look cool though, if you are able to do them well in real life. Boom. The reason I got here, I honestly forgot to watch your skate video and I see you streaming regarding skate. Well, I can always just tell you the gist of it now. The gist of it was... Well, there's quite a lot to it, actually. But there's a... It's kind of sad in a way. Like, we all... Well, I say we all. I can't generalise. A lot of people wanted a fourth entry to the series. A Skate 4. And instead, you know, first of all, you don't hear about anything for years. And then you get, like, a free-to-play game filled with microtransactions. And I've been having a big conversation about this sort of thing with one of my friends. And he kind of called it, like... It's like the hyper-gambling dopamine era. Like, everything wants you to open loot boxes. Everything wants you to buy these little things. And then a lot of it, it's like, it's not even microtransactions anymore, is it? I would call them macro transactions. Like, you know, pay a $5 for this t-shirt or something. I've seen a lot of comments and people saying a lot of the microtransactions in these games are like... In Skate, full stop, is like, you know, buy a t-shirt or something. So let me just catch up. Hello, Notio. Sorry, I've probably said that very wrong. The more I talk about skating, the more I want to try it. Do you know what? I used to sit there, watch people do like flat ground skateboarding. Maybe they might have done a heel flip like that or a kick flip, and then I'd be like, oh, if that was good. There's a couple of skateboarders I absolutely love watching. I included one in my video called Shane O'Neill, absolutely fantastic at flat ground skateboarding. Things look clean. There's another skateboarder called Seva, I think he's from Ukraine, so you don't pronounce a W, I think it's Seva. He's very good, and recently actually, weirdly, if you didn't know, you probably don't know this pro skater, but he's been diagnosed with Crohn's, which is inflammatory bowel disease, which I've got inflammatory bowel disease. It seems very common. Mr. Beast has inflammatory bowel disease. If you've ever watched The Sidemen, Vic Star has inflammatory bowel disease. And there's a bunch of like famous actors with it. That was very strange. Hello, Redeem? Hey Jake and everyone here. I've watched your videos for a while and it helped me so much to know that I'm not alone. You feel a bit lost sometimes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that it's helped. I do have some more content coming out, like life sort of talk content. I know I've been a bit lacking on that. I've been going on about gaming quite a lot, but I do still plan to make some of those sort of things. In fact, I was working on one of those videos today. I've been wanting to take not a different approach, but I wanted to try editing it in a more, I don't know, I wanted to put more editing into it, because before it'd just be like, oh, here's some Call of Duty gameplay, whereas I kind of want to tie in some more editing to it. I don't know if it will really work or not. That is so true regarding microtransactions. Yeah, so I'm just so glad I've been very resistant to them. But it's quite scary. Like, there's this whole world. I'll change the map while I'm going on about nonsense. But this whole world of gambling online that I'm not privy to, because I'm glad that I don't take part in it. And it just seems so destructive to someone's life. And I've got this whole idea for a video I've been brewing up, because in the UK you've got a bunch of like, you know, these 2p machines are gambling essentially. These places, they're called arcades. So you might have game machines, you might have claw machines where you have to control the claw to pick up soft toys, and usually you lose. You've got 2p machines where you put in bits of money, very small fragments of money, slot them in and try and get a prize. And there's all sorts of gambling going on there. And it's kind of a place you take your kids. You take them to the arcades to have some fun, essentially do some gambling. But I was kind of like, we went there recently with my nephews, and I just noticed that there was a sign there, actually on the 2p machine, saying this is gambling, like gamble responsibly. And then that took me out of it for a second, where I thought, this is gambling, isn't it? And then I thought about how it's kind of like locking kids in early to like gamble, take them to the arcades and experience a bit of gambling. And then I just kind of found the whole thing kind of like a bit disgusting. Honestly, I was just like, oh no. Like people getting frustrated at the claw machine, getting really angry that they can't win. And then I see people, you know, a bit older, teenage years, getting enraptured in gambling. And like, I don't know, it can be quite a destructive thing. And then all of your free time is taken up by vile behaviour. It's just the way that it's kind of marketed. Like, they've got these little tiny signs that say this is gambling. And then, like, all the video games have loot boxes and gambling elements to it. You know, will you get the skin that you want? It's all a bit much, isn't it? And that's why I've never really liked microtransactions. I don't know if I've ever made that link specifically. But it's always like a part of the game's now locked off and you need to buy these certain things. Or it's always like you've got a game with two currencies. One that you earn dreadfully slow within the game and one you could purchase. And even if you do farm a bunch of the in-game currency, you can't really buy anything useful for it because all the good stuff is locked behind the paid for currency. And that's just like, that's all I can say. I can't even remember the last free-to-play game I played. I definitely played some. Hopefully it'll come to mind. Luckily I haven't bought stuff in it. But yeah, those are my thoughts really. And to loop it back, that's kind of why a lot of people are not happy about Skate full stop or Skate 4, whatever you want to call it. Because it's tapping into that. Like, you know, I'm not even talking about everything else, like the graphics and all that. I'm talking literally just about the fact it's free to play. Because it does change a lot of things. Oh, that was weird. Skater XL graphics would be cool in the new Skate game. Yes, it does look quite... I think this game looks pretty clean. I mean, obviously it could be improved. The game is a little bit old, but I think it looks pretty clean, to be honest. And I like the animations. You was considering buying Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. I have heard good things about that. But then, I'll be honest, I played Tony Hawk's 3 kind of recently, like the PS2 version. That gave me my fill of that. I don't even feel like that I really want to buy a remastered version. I saw a lot of people complaining. There was a pro skater in that called BEAMNG, and I think there was a bunch of people saying that he wasn't in Pro Skater 3 and 4, like the remake. They're very unhappy about it. And yeah, BEAMNG was one of my favourite skaters. Just for purely entertainment's sake, really. But it would be weird without him in it. Is it weird to ask, where in England am I from? No, it's not weird. I'm down in the southeast. What is weird is you can drive like 4 hours from here and everyone sounds different. I always find that kind of funny in the UK. You don't even have to go very far and suddenly everyone's talking differently. We're not even that far away from each other, yet we sound so different. We're only down the road, up the road. Boink. But yeah, one game I'm waiting to try is Path of Exile 2. I'm not thinking I'm going to get too far into that because I didn't play Path of Exile 1 too much. But I'm willing to try it out when it is free. Because at the minute it's like you paid for early access. But eventually it'll be a free to play game. And I've always been a big fan of Diablo. That's another video I'm planning on making. I wanted to talk about Diablo. Have I ever played COD 4? I have. I don't own a copy of COD 4 anymore, but I have played it. But I do remember the first time I played it. I grew up a Mac gamer, and I remember I got a copy of COD 4. And by that point, it had already been out for quite a long time. And I think it was just really strange to have my own copy of COD. Because for a lot of my time, like on the Xbox 360 era, it was spent playing a friend's console. It was spent going around his house and playing it. And then eventually, for some reason, he had 2 Xboxes and he let me use it. He had the black one spare, which was kind of the newer one at the time. And he let me use that. And then I got my own copy of COD. And really the first copy of COD I remember actually having myself was Black Ops 1. Here's a... I wanted to say Advanced Warfare, if anyone's ever played that, that's one of my all-time favourites. A lot of people absolutely hate Advanced Warfare. The reason why, right, it was like, I almost think of it as the golden era for me in my skill at the game. Because for most of my life, well, I'm still crap at it, but I'm bad at shooters with a controller. I'm just better with mouse and keyboard. And I'm not even that good at it on mouse and keyboard, but I'm terrible at them with controllers. I cannot aim very well. And for whatever reason, Advanced Warfare multiplayer I was caning at it. I was getting kills, and I remember me and two of my friends were there, and for some reason we made our own like internal memes about the M1 irons. Like all men want is one thing, and it's disgusting. M1 irons, like jetpacking around shooting people. And I loved the way the jetpack felt in that, where it wasn't floaty like in Black Ops 3. It was like whoosh, like a burst. And then you could jump directly in the air and then burst yourself left, right, down, up. I think that Advanced Warfare was peak for me. I have a unique gameplay, do I? A unique style. That's good. But I'm playing that with mouse and keyboard though. Bear that in mind. That's not... I'm so bad at it on a joystick. But Advanced Warfare, that was peak for me. Peak skill with a controller. For whatever reason, that game made it easier for me. And I just had a great time getting kills. And I remember getting a jetpack sniper kill. I think it was like a London map or something. I can't remember the name of the maps. But I remember the feeling of getting that kill. My friend joking about the M1 irons. And that game was just solidified in my head as like one of the greatest. And then there was... I've always been a huge fan of zombies. And playing the zombie mode on that one, there was a map called Burger Town, I think, and we played it to quite a high round, like one of the highest rounds I've ever got to. And then the Xbox, we got disconnected from like the COD servers, and it just booted us out the game. I was like, fuck, well, I'm done with that. Set up a zombies night. Yeah, I'm good for that. I mean, I've got Black Ops 3 on Steam. That's kind of like one of the best ones if you want to play zombies. It's got like the remastered zombies maps from the original. It's got a bunch of new crazy ones. I never really got my head around the newer ones. They're kind of insane, some of them. And the weird thing about Black Ops 3 though, I do like playing it multiplayer. Like if Joe's playing me, he should be playing on the computer where Danny DeVito is. Oh no, we play it split screen. I'm wrong. She's not playing it on there. We play it on this computer together. It works very well, split screen on PC. I'll be playing mouse and keyboard. She's a controller player. But then random people will join and then hack the lobby. Now, I remember one time I didn't know what the hell was going on. These random guys joined. I didn't realise it was hacked, but suddenly we had all the perks. And I just, like, in my head, I was like, oh, he's got some weird gobble gum that gives you all the perks. Oh, that was weird. I was trying to grab the board. That's the grab button. And then it would just... I can't remember, but the round number was looking weird. And it would just kind of never end. And it was fun for like 20 minutes. And then I just ended up quitting out. Because whatever he did to the game kind of ruined it. But it only lasts for that game. As soon as you quit out, the effects of whatever they've done to it are gone. So you can do down these stairs. Oops. I didn't mean to do a flip trick. Do 180 over this. Boom. But yeah, Black Ops 3 I would say is probably the best one if you're looking for zombies. Just because it's got all of the old maps on it. Like remastered and that. Although they still go, it's still quite expensive on Steam. They never really make COD on a good deal on Steam. I swear, like World at War, Black Ops 1, if you ever like, oh, I fancy playing that, I might get that on Steam. And then you look at the price and you're like, I kind of don't want to play it anymore. Why do I want to spend like 20, 30 quid on a game I bought years ago? Well, I don't. But I think I got Black Ops 3 on a deal at some point. Or I might have paid the price for it. I can't remember. But yeah, if we're talking about Skater XL, there's not much going on, is there? Yes, we got the skating simulation. Boom. Oh, that was a nice 180. You can't play online because it's full of hackers. My experience with Black Ops 3 Online is very sparing because I didn't really like the multiplayer on it, but I did try and play some, and it was hard to even get a game, but when I did, I didn't really notice if there was a hacker or not. I didn't really know. Not that I could tell anyway. Oh, on zombies, yeah. You've never touched Black Ops 3 because you came away from it. Well, it's there if you want remastered COD maps, which I think arguably sometimes can be a good thing for the World at War and Black Ops 1 maps. I mean, I have loaded up World at War specifically just to play zombies, and then if I load it up on Black Ops 3, it just runs better, like a nice 60 FPS. The resolution's better. And overall, it's a bit more of a fun experience because it just runs better. And that's one of the main aspects of Black Ops 3 I like, is that it's a good split-screen experience on the PC, which I don't think many people really care about in this day and age, but I, for one, do. And whenever a new COD would come out, I would always check, like, is this split screen on the PC? Because then I could be like, then we only need to buy one copy. It was like me and Joe played through Baldur's Gate 3 together. There was no way I'm buying 2 copies for that. We just played it on my computer split screen. But to me, I still find split screen a valuable proposition, but a lot of games don't cater for that anymore. There was quite a fun, it is split screen. Quite a fun little co-op game we played recently, where you're a possum and you have to run around and steal food from all these dogs. I think it's called Pizza Possum on Steam. That was fun. It was like £3, but had a good time playing that. Hello there. How's it going? Talking about pizza possums. And I'm doing some tricks. Boom. I do wonder how long Skate Full Stop will grab me for. Because the prospect of doing the daily quests on that just seems very... It doesn't grab my attention in the slightest. I mean, I've done my stint of daily quests because I'm a ex-World of Warcraft addict. I've done a lot of daily quests in my time. I don't think I want to do more in a skateboarding game. Have I played World at War live before? I have, actually. It was one of my first streams, I believe. But I don't blame you if you didn't know that, because the streams don't get many views, so they're quite buried. There is a live streaming section on the YouTubing channel, but it doesn't really get pushed. And maybe that's just because I'm not very interesting when I'm live. I wonder how many people will come off the stream after I say that. I'm boring. Don't listen to me. How have you been? You holding up all right? I'm doing okay. I've been full blown. I've been kind of making myself a little bit crazy by going insane and just thinking about making content, and that's it. I've been letting the game of YouTube consume me, I must say. I'll be honest, I had a mental health moment, let's call it that, when I released a video talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta, and the response to that was overwhelmingly negative in my view, where it's my most disliked video I've ever made. But looking at the ratio, it's still 70% of people like the video. But I just got all these comments of people, what the hell is going on? I just rode on the wall. So many people were saying you're wrong. A lot of people were just straight up just disagreeing with me in a normal manner, which is fine. But I think where my headspace was when looking at all these comments, I was just like, I don't like this. And a lot of people, the top rated comment on that video is like, what's the point in this video? And that's like not a great feeling when you spend like, I spent a full day of work on that. Like literally, I think more than 8 hours. I grinded the whole day to make that video. And then for the top rated comments be like, what's the point in this video? I was just like, this feels really rough, man. Yes, it got like, what, 10k views or something? But it was doing my head in. And I ended up changing the title just to try and make it get less views. That's like the opposite of what most people do on YouTube. I changed the title knowingly that it would reduce the click-through rate. Like people would think this is more boring. Less people would want to click it, and as soon as I changed that title, people stopped commenting on the video, and immediately I felt better. So, yeah, YouTube can do your head in, especially when like you dedicate yourself to it, which I feel like I do. I'm almost like a YouTube monk. I dedicate myself to making these videos, and then to see like most people, the most outspoken people, hate it, and yeah, it's not good. So that was my mental health moment. But other than that, I've been doing very well. Been very consistent with my eating. I tried a strange workout the other day. I'll catch up with the comments quick. Ank says, hi man, how are you? I'm doing alright. Other than that mental health moment, how are you doing? I've watched a lot of your videos and I kind of relate to it. Maybe it's because I was always daydreaming or trying to avoid social interactions because of securities. That's I hope the videos have helped a little bit, and I think that a lot of us feel the same way, which is I guess why people are connecting with the videos. Lol, or because it's the middle of the day. Oh, but the live streams, right? They become videos on the channel, and then YouTube pushes them out as videos. Sorry, that crash. YouTube pushes them out as videos after the fact. And, yeah, they don't really do too well in terms of the rest of the channel. So I guess they just get a bit buried under everything. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that... I guess some of you might know him. I don't know if you might not, but there's a guy called like Charlie or Penguin Zero. He's a very big YouTuber, so it's likely that most of you know who he is. But I didn't know that he actually live streamed to his main channel. And one day I just thought, oh, I'll click the tab and see. And he like live streams to it every day. So I guess they just don't really get pushed unless you're the type of person that engages with it. Then maybe it gets pushed to you. I mean, I guess that's the whole game in this bloody website, isn't it? It's all about engagement. Lottie says, yeah, man, it hurts. Don't beat yourself up about it. There are people who genuinely appreciate your content. Just don't let the brain-rotted individuals make you feel like less, man. You're a legend. Oh, thank you very much. That's really nice of you to say. Yeah, I guess it's just like a kind of loud minority of the people that watch that video, but it might be because at the time I was tapping into like a kind of topic that was relevant to people at the time, and then I would see comments being like, this guy's never talked about skate before. This on the skate one. This guy's never talked about skate before. What was it? He's just some news channel or something. I can't remember the rest of it, but I found it funny that this guy thought that I couldn't have a say on skate because I've never talked about skate before, which is a funny take to have. That was perplexing. Oh, that was a good line. This game is so easy to just zone out at. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Just talking and doing tricks. We must riot. How dare he change the side? Yeah. The comments are funny. But it's an internal battle as well, because then I think, do I make more gaming videos? Do I make more life videos? And then it's like, it's not just the battle of the comments, but it's a battle of what do I make and what do I think people want from me? What do I want to talk about? It's all these questions all in my head all at the same time. You've got a video suggestion. Please make a video on how nostalgia and the past makes us feel depressed, knowing the best experiences of our lives are long gone. Well, I guess I would challenge that and say, how do you know that the best experiences of your lives are long gone? There could be something great up ahead. That's quite final the way that you said that. You can never know. The greatest experience of your life could be just around the corner, but it might not seem like it today. But I do see what you're saying, and this is something I was thinking about earlier today. So a lot of people, I've heard people say, are millennials the most nostalgic people that there have ever been? Because they seem to go on about it all the time. But the truth is, we just have more access to being noisy about being nostalgic. And in my opinion, I think everyone feels nostalgia to the same degree, no matter, like, you know, what time you come from. You know, I think people from all different time periods across the world in human history have felt nostalgia to the same degree, but they just haven't been, like, abused by nostalgia in the way that we have. Abused by companies selling it to you. Because now, nostalgia is a product. Whereas before it might have been, I don't know, the old dude sat on his porch looking at, like, you know, there's kids playing in the street and he remembers being a kid. Or he walking around your town remembering when you were a kid, being in the town. Or, you know, remembering where you went to school. But now, we can tweet about it. We can make videos complaining about it. We can buy merch related to it. You can load up the game. You've got, you know, videos from when you was a teenager, pictures of yourself from when you was in school. Nostalgia is everywhere and you can't escape it. And you're being marketed all the time. They're remaking all your favourite movies. They're remaking all your favourite games. Nostalgia is a marketing machine and we're just caught in the middle of it, and we have the ability to talk about it. So my point is, we all feel nostalgia to the same degree, but we're kind of like, not necessarily the first generation, but we're, you know, we've got access to tools that make us noisier about it. Maybe we are the first generation that grew up with all these tools. Millennials, that is. You know, became of age during this time. But every generation has seen technological advancement. Regardless, sorry, I'm going to catch up with a... But that was my take just there for you, Ank, on nostalgia. I did want to challenge what you said. You don't know that the best experiences of your life have been and gone, but I can understand why you might feel that way, because companies are trying to sell us our nostalgia back to us constantly. And not just that, not just to blame it all on the companies, but, you know, the systems we have around us make it kind of impossible to escape nostalgia. Nostalgia is everywhere. Regardless of how you feel about it, remember it's okay to let yourself recover and love yourself. Your courage to post feelings with honesty makes us feel better about ourselves. I'm actually at my aunt's house after not visiting her for 4 years. Everything, the roof, the garden, all of it triggered nostalgia. Yeah, that's what I mean. And before we had the internet, before we had Twitter and Reddit to complain about it, or TikTok to make a quick short and complain about nostalgia, you would have just felt that and it would have been a feeling, and maybe you would have thought back to that feeling. But now, first of all, you've shared it on the internet. I now have heard that, and, you know, if you wanted, you could go online and complain or rant or share reminisce digitally for everyone to see. It's very interesting. We're all trapped. I don't know why I said that. We're not all trapped. That's a bit dramatic. You know, when you just say words, when you've made your point and you say some words, that was me just there. We're all trapped. What are you talking about, Jake? My God, I went on a bit of a rant there, didn't I? A rant or a rant? What do you guys think? I say rant. My voice has got deep. Hello there. I go on rants about things. Nostalgia. Do you think I'd get more views if I sounded like that? Hello there. I'm going to talk to you about nostalgia. I'm Darth Nostalgia here. You're 18, but despite the social media chaos, it doesn't necessarily mean Gen Z is drowned in the digital world. Some of us just like staying away and finding our own peace. No, I totally get that. It's probably the smartest thing to do, to be honest. It's like you said, it's just noise, isn't it? Drowning in the noise. I think we need to change map. Where should we go? The West LA Courthouse. The West LA Courthouse. Hello, you're listening to Radio Jake. How can I help you today? Sometimes when I have a flu or a cold, I do get a cool voice. I start to sound like Darth Sidious. Like, use the Force. I am evil. That's kind of the stupid stuff I would say when I've got a cold. I am evil. Oh no, I fell over. He looked like he gave up there, didn't he? It's like, I'm done. Doing this sort of tricks in real life, very difficult. I was never good at grinds. I was always a flat ground man. Do you know Jacksepticeye? I do know of him. I don't know him personally. You kind of remind me of him. Oh, that's good. Maybe I should try and do some more. I find I'm generally more silly when I do a stream. It's like when I'm making a video, it's kind of like serious time. I don't mean to be like that. But if I'm streaming, I kind of tend to be more silly. I did have grand plans of live streaming all sorts of video games, and then I ended up not streaming whatsoever. But one thing I definitely want to do... Oh, why did I jump at that wall? I definitely want to stream my first impressions of when the new Skate comes out. I did want to stream Metal Gear Solid Delta, but I haven't got myself a copy of it. Hello, Dukelan. Dukelan. There you go, you got a triple mention. Declan. Is that like you're a dude? Dukelan the dude. Declan the dude. Is there any games you might be interested in watching me play? I mean, I need to make a list of games I wouldn't mind playing, actually. But I do like horror games. It would be interesting to do a run of classic horror. I was trying to explain to my nephews how important Slender is to the horror genre, because my point was one of them loves, he did love a game called Poppy Playtime. He is kind of fascinated by Five Nights at Freddy's as well. And if you did watch my console video, you might have heard me mention it, the Security Breach game that we were playing that. We did get stuck, so we haven't finished that game yet. But I was trying to explain to him that I think, in my opinion, if Slender and Amnesia never came out, they wouldn't be playing this game. And yes, they're kind of different games, and if you don't know what these games are, horror games. I could even load up Slender now if we fancy that, because I've still got it downloaded on my computer from when I showed them. But I think that those games kind of re-establish horror as like a genre that had this mass appeal. Like, do you remember the buzz of Amnesia? That's kind of what built PewDiePie. Massive YouTuber. I mean, Markiplier, I don't watch him personally, but my wife watches loads of Markiplier, and he, like, pretty much only ever see him playing horror games. One of my favourite YouTubers for horror gaming, Jesse Cox, I watch him, and he's got a series called The Scary Game Squad, just to watch him play through horror games. I don't watch every single one, but I've watched a lot. I think that maybe, I think Amnesia made a big impact, and if Amnesia never came out, we would never have got Slender. But I think Slender was kind of like that indie, low-budget, viral hit that kind of sparked everything from there. But I'm not sure. I'd have to look into dates. When did Five Nights at Freddy's initially come out? I mean, that's an old game as well at this point. But would that have existed if Slender never existed? It's an interesting thing to think about there. But I think that Amnesia, you kind of... my nephews aren't really old enough to appreciate that yet. And maybe it won't even be that impactful. Because in these games like Poppy Playtime... I can't remember the other one they play. Definitely Security Breach. It's all about the jump scares. Like, I've seen him watch videos where it's just like the jump scares, or people have made their own jump scares. So I don't know. Your friend is obsessed with Security Breach. I mean, it was okay. My review of Security Breach is that it's bloody frustrating. And it's got the mechanic that if you've played a lot of horror games, it's a bit tiresome, where you're like, well, the guy's chasing me. I've got to wait for him to walk past. Then I can walk past. And only then. And I got a bit impatient. And I ended up just running out. Because I don't want to wait for the animatronic to walk past me. Oh, I had an idea for something I want to stream. Oh, you guys might like this. But Half-Life Alyx, right? VR game. There's a horror section in that. And I got Half-Life Alyx on release. Thought it was the most... That was when VR was like, boom, mind-blowing. And there was a horror section in that. I've got goosebumps. I don't know if you can tell. My hair's all standing on end just thinking about it. But horror gaming in VR used to get me. And this horror section... I don't know what it did, but I was just like, I can't play this game anymore. And I put it down. And I didn't play it for a really long time. And then I came back to it. And I used cheats to like skip past the horror section. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not doing this bloody horror bit. But my idea would be to tackle that. Like literally only play Half-Life Alyx for the horror section. Load up at the section where it just starts and do it. Because some of the silliest times I've done in VR is the horror games. And I remember some of the early games. I went round a friend's house who had the Vive, and he had this game. I can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty much just like go into this like dark house, and some spooky shit will happen. And I remember screaming, and then lying down on the floor. So I'm lying down on the floor because I didn't know what to do. I got scared. Something made a noise and it made me want to lie down, and then half my legs were in the other room. Like my headset and me were inside this room and my legs were in the other room, and it made my body feel exposed, and I was lying there being like, no. Oh man, horror VR when that first came out, that gave me the real goosebumps. I've never felt a feeling like that. Like, it genuinely made me feel like I was standing in the dark room in the middle of nowhere. And it weirded me out. So, yeah, that was one of my ideas. I'd like to stream that. I think that would be fun. Well, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'd find it a bit scary. Hopefully I've manned up a bit. Ank says, have you ever felt like you made a video and then had a feeling of regret, which made you rush to privatise it? I haven't privatised any videos recently. I've got a lot of videos on this channel because it's so bloody old, but I mean, I did feel an element of that from the Metal Gear Solid video, just because of the response to it. And literally I had comments being like, yo, you got to delete this, bro. You should delete this video. And I was like, I was totally against deleting it. No, I'm not deleting it. I've put a whole day's work into this video. But it did, that's why I decided I'm changing the title of that video just to kill it. It's like, I can't stand this outburst of people saying that I suck or whatever. But pretty much most videos I've ever made that have done reasonably well, like I made a video, I never wanted a job, or Getting Older is Lonely. That video done my head in when that came out, because I remember I wrote in the script, right, that I was on voice chat with my friend playing World of Warcraft during New Year's Eve of 2011, and I'd had it written down as voice chat. And then in the time when I recorded it, I said Discord, and I didn't even notice because, you know, it's so ubiquitous to just call voice chat Discord these days, and I spend, you know, I use Discord a lot, so I said Discord, and then I got a bunch of comments being like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks Discord was out in 2011. I can't trust anything this guy says. Like, really extreme. He says he's using Discord in 2011. This guy's an idiot. And that done my head in. And then I was like, for some reason it got 100,000 views. And I was just like, oh no, why did this video have to do well? Everyone's pointing out what I said wrong. Or like they don't trust me. Every time it happens, it leaves you with this feeling that like everyone hates you. Like you get this voice. Everyone hates you. No one wants to know what you're saying. All your subscribers hate you now. And that's how it leaves you feeling. I've got to have some water. I'm getting too excited, it's hurting my throat. I'm still trying to steer the character. Oh, this map. Yeah, so if you've learned anything from this stream, let's go to the big ramp. It's the Skater XL. It looks good. The animations are pretty good, but there's really not much going on here. Whee! Whee! Should I buy Skater XL? I don't know. Do you think this looks really fun? Because if the answer is yes, then yeah, maybe you should, but I mean, I would get it on a deal. I don't even know how much it is, because I bought this absolutely years ago. Ah! Oh, that would give him a real torn up face, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm telling you how kind of empty this game is, and if that makes you want to buy it, then I don't know. Then I guess you should get it. I don't have it, but my friend has Session, which is kind of the competitor to this game. I don't know if that one's better or not. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I got my friend to send me some footage of him playing it so I could put it in my video on the skate. But I talked about it briefly. Oh my god, this would break your legs. Wait, how did he survive? Jimothy, as long as you're bringing up valid points in your own opinions, that makes you... Opinions that makes you... Why am I so bad at reading? That's all that matters. Yeah, but when you're making the video, that's the mindset. You're like, well, this is what I think. I'm going to put this in the video. But it kind of like gets... I don't know if it's just me being like overly sensitive or something, but it's hard to remember that when you've got people calling you out. Uh-oh. What? I thought you'd crash out. You're a hardcore skate player, so I don't know. if I should stick with Skate or get a Skater XL. Well, I can tell you, I've played this game for years. I know I've got under 60 hours, but I have played it for years. You can only really stand playing this for like an hour or two tops. Really, where I got a lot of my game time was during lockdown, where we'd have kind of like business meetings. I use inverted commas for that because it wasn't really. And I would, like I'm doing now, I would load this game up. I mean, they wouldn't know I was on it, but we'd be on Discord having our business meeting. And then I would just be doing flip tricks. And it kind of helped me just think more clearly. Like we'd be talking about, I don't know, what we want to do on this video job. And then I'd have this on, I'd be doing flips or whatever. And then my mind would just kind of be focused on, you know, talking about this project. It just kind of got things flowing. But it's not a game you could sit there and play all day unless you're really into the skate simulation itself. Now I could load up. This map looks quite cool. It's just a short experience sort of thing. Oh, I have played this map quite a lot. I think this is the one I played a lot during those meetings. How funny. It's quite a nice layout for this. And the control scheme is different. I've got a lot of the things turned off because I wanted to get nicer footage, but usually there's a little controller. It shows you what kind of joystick, what I'm doing. I mean, I could turn that on. Where is it? Display controller. Oh. Yeah, so now you can see what I'm pressing. So if I want to do a kickflip, it's actually like... Because I can ollie with just the left one, because my left foot is on the back of the board. So I can pop down like that, and that will pop the board. I don't know why I'm holding the controller up to camera. And then I can control the red foot, which is the right stick, with the front. And then if I flick that up, it does a kickflip. So the controls are slightly different, split across two. But once you get used to it, it's pretty good. In a lot of ways, I actually prefer this control scheme. And you use the triggers to like rotate. So to 180, I hold the trigger. But hopefully that makes it a bit more clear. But again, it's like, yeah, that is cool. It's fun, you know, messing around in the skate simulation. But it does wear a bit thin. Yeah, it's a sale game, really. Graphics card, I've got a 3060. And I can tell you right now, it's revving. Like, if the microphone was next to it, you'd hear it going... Wee. It sounds like a really quiet Hoover. I mean, it runs it well. I do get a bit fed up of games revving my graphics card. Even though the graphics card is quite capable, if it's making noise, I consider that like I need to turn the graphics down because I want it to run silently. You get what I mean regarding being called out? Yeah, it's just it's not a nice feeling, but it comes with the territory. I've said it before, you know, if you're making content, people will call you out. On anything. On absolutely anything. You say one thing wrong, people will want to call you out on it. But that's just the nature of it, isn't it? Boink. Oh, there you go. I was thinking, can I stall on top of that ramp? Flick. I have no idea if the Switch version is good. What, of this? There's a Switch version of this? Are you joking? You might get it. It'd be cool to take it anywhere and just skate around. That's crazy. Oh, the only reason I would say I would suggest this game is if you're like me and you're like a PC player, really. Because, like I said in my latest video, it's like there aren't really many skateboarding games on Steam or as a PC player. Like, it's just this and Session, really, isn't it? I mean, now you've got like the Tony Hawk's remakes. They are on Steam now. But for skate style games, you don't. But that's why the new Skate is kind of like an important release. Because it will bring Skate to the PC. Which is important. I mean, it's not important as in like world events important, but important in terms of skateboarding games on the PC. That's how important when I say important, that's what I mean. Whee! I don't know why I say that sort of thing. It does look very bad, but the skateboarding itself looks clean and nice. Yeah, the skateboarding is nice. So let's say I want to do heel flip lip slide. Boom. What about kick flip lip slide? What about a tray flip lip slide? Oh. Oh. But yeah, the controls will take a minute to get used to. And then if you do go back to play Skate, it literally discombobulated my brain trying to play Skate 3. After years of playing this on and off, I literally I wanted a copy of Skate 3 so I could get some footage for my latest video. I haven't had a copy of it for years. And I went to town, and I went to every game shop there is here. Not a single copy of Skate 3. There was one copy of Skate 1. There was a copy of Skate 2 in a different shop. Not a single copy of Skate 3. And the last one I went into, I asked him, I was like, do you happen to have a copy like behind the counter or something? And he was like, no, because ever since they announced the new Skate, people have been buying that game as soon as I have it. And then he was like saying he doesn't even know much about the game, but people keep coming in and telling him how good the world is in Skate 3 and how much better it is. So people are coming into the game shop and complaining about Skate 4 and saying they really want Skate 3. Why do I keep jumping? There you go. That was annoying me. So I found that quite interesting, but luckily I went home and I was like, I'm going to have to buy it on the store. And it was only £3 on the Xbox store. So I was like, do you know what? That's probably cheaper than I would have had to pay in town anyway. If you only have one game to choose and play, which game will you buy? What, if it was me? I mean, I've already made my decision. It was Skater XL. And I didn't really even look into Sessions, I must say. Apparently it's a bit more hard, more realistic, you could say. I think there's kind of more of a story to it as well. But yeah, I already made my choice, which I'm playing right now. But yeah, I found that very interesting that Skate 3 is a hot commodity in the town. Everyone's buying it out. It's rare. But then it did make me laugh when it turned out it was only £3 on the Xbox store, so I didn't need to worry. But I guess people want that physical copy. Ever since I got rid of my physical copy, I'd always go into the shop and browse, being like, well, how much is Skate 3? And it always retained at least like a price of like £15. So I wonder how much it's worth now. I remember that was kind of like the going rate. And I would think, oh, I don't want to spend £15 on this. I don't want to have to pay this. I already owned it in the past. Ooh, cheeky. Can I tray flip out? Oh, that was too much to ask for. But I highly rate this game for if you're actually actively thinking about something else. So you play it whilst you're thinking about, I don't know, work or trying to figure something out in your mind, because it just like occupies your fingers. It's kind of like a digital fidget spinner. That's how I use it. I'm just doing flip tricks. I was thinking about something else, planning my life. It's a life planning simulator, but it's not intended to be. Just circling back to playing that horror section of Half-Life Alyx, I do see a lot of complaints. Like, if I was to, say, stream a VR game, it's kind of like does people's heads in with the head bob, the shake of it all. So I don't know, how much would that bother you guys? I'd have to work out where to put my camera as well. Anytime I've ever filmed myself in VR, it's never been live, so I haven't had this problem, but I would fasten my 360 camera to my curtain rail, and then that would capture everything, and I can choose the angle later. But I wouldn't be able to do that for a live stream. Maybe it worked better as a video. But there was that was a video idea I was brewing anyway. Was playing through that horror section. But horror gaming, no, not horror gaming, VR gaming feels like it kind of just died off for some reason. It feels like horror gaming, this map is gloomy, isn't it? Let's do something else. By the beach. Like, my headset don't get used at all. Like, it's just here. You gotta head out. See you later, dude. Declan dude. You guys are up here. I was just holding this out. Will you take my VR controller, please? Please, sir, help me. I've got it right here. I haven't turned it on in ages. I wonder how well it would work for like a streaming situation. I mean, Blade and Sorcery is one of the best VR games, and my problem was I love the Star Wars mod. It's one of my favourite things in that game. I don't think, have I played this map? What the hell? I don't recognise this. Oh, it's a round rail. What the hell was I saying? Like, this map blew me away by the fact I don't recognise it. Blade and Sorcery, that was it. The Star Wars mod, fantastic, man. So good chopping people up with lightsabers. And I had to uninstall it because they're always updating that game. Makes all the mods not work. And then to get the mods, you get it off a website called Nexus Mods. And for some reason, I couldn't log in. And then I wanted to make a brand new account with a whole new password so I could remember it from scratch. And then it would just never send me the email verification code. So I could never get an account, so I could never update. I could never get the mod that I wanted. Which was frustrating. But I've never seen this map before. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look around. We've got this whole flat ground. Oh, look at this. There's even like a Ferris wheel and everything. Oh, we're falling in the water. It's quite a nice little area, isn't it? The only time we've skated on the actual pier here... How have you been grinding that bit? Okay, it's a little bit buggy. We got kicked out. There's a whole skate video on this channel, actually. And that clip's in there. I think that's the last actual skate video I tried to film. I am in it a little bit. I've got like some broken trucks and they're really, really wobbly. I don't know how I was doing some of the, like, the tricks. This map does look quite nice. Ooh. Oh yeah, but the Nexus mod situation, that annoyed me. I couldn't seem to get... I tried it on different browsers and different emails, but it just never sent me the verification code, so I could never make a new account. So I haven't played Blade and Sorcery since, because I only really like it for the lightsabers. It's annoying. I did not command him to ollie. I command you to jump, sir. I'm tempted to have a look at, see if I can get into Nexus mods, get that Star Wars mod going, and chop some people. I am tempted. That was a topic I wanted to talk about at one point, was the fact that it's like VR violence. Should it feel so good, and is it a problem if it does? Like, why is it so fun to smash people in Blade and Sorcery? It's like it taps into some sort of primal feeling that you've got like some crazy power. This map is nice. Sorry, it's very distracting. Me pointing out that it's distracting is distracting. Boom. Oh, look at that. That was a good one. Maybe I've just played those other maps too much. Hey, there's a ramp down here. Oh, there's a big stair set as well. Oh, the rail's very steep. You have to go quite slow to be able to land on it. Oh, there we go. We got on there. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'm screwing this up now. You haven't met a Quest 2 and you've only used it less than 20 times. That's what I mean with VR. It's like it had a moment where it was like the hot new thing. And it did feel kind of mind-blowing at the time. I remember games like Boneworks. Fantastic. One of my favourites. I kind of wish I was like recording my gameplay back then, because I had such a fun time playing Boneworks the first time. I remember I was like living with my dad at the time, and there's these essentially like head crabs, and my friend lived with me. So my friend lived with me and my dad at the time, and it was late at night. I was playing VR, and my dad was always the kind of person where if I made any noise, he'd be pissed. So we're trying to play quietly, but we're messing. Like I'm playing, my friend's watching. Head crab attacks me, and I'm there going like and then I accidentally punched the desk really loud. Luckily, nothing happened. I didn't get yelled at, but that sort of thing does happen when you're playing. Especially because I had the Vive back then. Big wire connecting me to the computer. But it's so easy to accidentally punch things. I tell you what. I need to find out if I can get a Nexus Mods account. Maybe we can play a little bit of Maybe we can play a little bit of Blade and Sorcery. Nexus mods. Oh, the last thing I was looking at was World at War mods. That would be cool. Right, let's see what I can do. Maybe there's like a Nexus mods login on a password manager. Verification code. There's something like really frustrating about logins and computers in general for me. If I have a computer problem, I can become one of the most stressed like I've ever been. This isn't what I wanted. What am I doing? I logged into... Okay, wait, hang on. There's some details on here. Can I log in? Please validate your email. Okay, maybe this is where I always got stuck. A link has been sent. Let's see if it sends a link. Check mail now. No mails. Oh, this is the problem with Nexus mods. They never send emails. Why do I need to validate who I am? Come on, we'll try again. I've told it to resend. No mail sent. You get emails from them all the time. I don't get any. I don't get a single one. Yeah, they email you about mods. Well, they don't even email me about logging in. How useful is that? And then if I try and make a new account, it's like, check your email for a code, and they never bloody send the code. Sorry, I'm like, my face, and I'm like, account detail stuff. What's going on here? Play the MGS sound. Wait, hang on. Are you using a VPN? I'm not actually. I'm naked. The toils, the troubles, the tribulations of the modern internet. Yes, it's annoying. Hello, welcome to the stream where I am annoyed. Oh no, I screwed that up. when the email doesn't come through. Oh no. This happened to me the other day. I had to log in to like a work thing to check my pay slip. And it was like, your password doesn't work. Your password doesn't work. So I go in, I reset the password, and I'm typing the new password, and it says you can't use your old password for the new password. And I was just like, so it was the right password. This makes me ready to do. Yeah, it looks like I'm not getting into Nexus mods, guys. It's impossible. The internet is impossible. Can you just download mods without having an account? That's the question. Nexus mods. So let's say I'm just going to click a random mod and see if it lets me download it. No, I'll actually look up the mod. Blade and Sorcery. Come on, give it to me. The Outer Rim, that's it. It's 2 gigabytes. Oh, I can do a manual download. There's only one problem. I don't know how to install it manually. Wait, you must be logged in to download files. No. We've reached an impasse. I'll check my email once more. Oh, this isn't going to work, guys. I can't get this mod. We're just going to have to talk about stuff instead. We're just going to have to talk about stuff. See, this is what I was talking about, right? Skater XL. I was playing it. I kind of done with it for today. It feels like I've done enough Skater XL. And how long have I been going for? An hour and a half, and it's like Skater XL is worn thin on me. It's like, it's good, but it's not that good. I could see if where's Slender on here? Slender.exe. Shall I play Slender? I bet it's rubbish now, isn't it? Like, just like you think it was like this good thing back then, but I probably should have clicked windowed. Oh no. I knew that would happen. It's going to be a tiny box. Okay, hang on. Let me fix this first. Let me fix this first. Play more of the newer one. Newer what? I've totally lost my train of thought now. Slender? Are you talking about Slender? I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm talking about anymore. I was playing Skater XL earlier today. What a coincidence. Yeah, well, it's because you got the new skate coming out. Oh, you are talking about Slender, man. I did not mean to say that. Slender man. Why? Okay, I'm going to load it up as a window. You're talking about Slender, man. That was just my colloquialisms coming out. Start game. So if you click this video expecting me to play Skater XL, I got a bit fed up of it. And that's why I'm loading up Slender. It's funny that this used to be the big thing. Going around collecting pages. It's annoying that when you run, the torch goes down. Like, in what world do you have to pull your torch down to run in real life? That's a big spook. Wait. It's a moving tree. It's a wiggly tree. Will it crush me? It's not like a whomping willow. Wow, look at these stuff. Oh, a page. Always watches, no eyes. Yeah, it did used to be all over YouTube. Oh, you're hearing the footsteps. Well, it's a drum, really. What can I do? Oh, I can turn the torch off. Can I, like, crouch or... Why would I want to turn it off? Does it make Slender not come after you? I do actually have a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's as well. I literally bought it so my nephew could try it. Like the first one. No, I bought it so Nanny could try it. Which, if you've ever looked at my gaming channel, there's a video of her trying it out. But she said it is not a game. Five Nights at Freddy's is not a game. They used to say Slender follows the light. Oh, but I was going to say I've never really played the first one, so I might do that after, just for a bit of fun. Wait, what? Ah! That happened as a gust of wind happened at the window. Where is he? What? Oh, fuck off! Shut up! Shut up! Why? I didn't even see anything. Where is he? No, for real. Oh, he's there. Oh no, hello John. You caught me at a bad time. I can't see him. Sorry, I'm probably blowing out the microphone. I genuinely can't see him. I can't believe that got me. Oh, am I a fan of Resident Evil? I do have Resident Evil 2 Remake. And 8. They're the only ones I've ever played. Okay. The bastard can't follow me in here, can he? What the crap torch is this? It's like not reflective when you look back. There has to be a page in here. Oh, bugger. Problem is, this is a one-way system. Wait, that's actually really bad. He's not coming here, is he? Oh no. I've let myself get goosebumps. Oh, there is another way out. I actually have goosebumps, man. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I thought it wouldn't be scary. Oh, fuck off! What? I didn't see him. No, he's not there. It's my game glitching or something. No one's there. No, for real though. No one's there. For real. Was he there? Am I just blind? I thought I actually saw him there, but it was smoke. I don't understand. No, there has to be a page in here. I have to go in. No, but what happened? Was he supposed to be standing in front of me? I don't like that music it plays, man, when he's there. Oh shit, I'm turning around too fast. Now there has to be a page in here, surely. There is. I got it. Get me the hell out of here. This got way too real. Oh, another page. What? I thought it did the VHS effect and turned around going, what? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was just thinking, I would hate to play this in VR. You can get away with these sort of things in VR so much more. Wait, what? Is he here? I can't see him. Oh, there he is! Okay, I actually did see him. That's the first time I've actually clocked him. What does he want with me anyway? He's going to hold me down and pull my trousers down. Why am I collecting pages? Is he still following? Oh god, he is literally right behind me. I should turn the light off. Is he still there now? He is. Should I run with the light off? Is he still there? Okay, I've lost him. Oh no, what? Oh crap. How big is this map? He's literally right behind me. Okay. Is he still there? Yes. Dude, catch your breath. Is he there? He's right on my arse. There has to be a page on this thing. There is. I'll just grab it. Run and grab. Grab and go. We're actually halfway there. Is he still... Lost him. Oh shit, where... I don't know where the hell I am. Oh shit, he is behind me. Look, you're just going to have to dig deep in your cardio. There has to be a way to lose him. Okay, I'm going to run between these trees with the torch off. Or maybe just always on my arse for the rest of the game now. No, he is still behind me. We'll keep the torch on then. God damn. This guy needs to work on running. Why is the music a vibe? What, is this chilling you out? It's not chilling me. Oh, what? Don't do that, man. Yeah, this music's a vibe. I can chuck it like dropping a rock on a string. That's got to be one of the worst noises to hear. Why didn't you set that as your alarm clock? That's a vibe. Start the day off right. It would wake you up, right? Why does no one set that as their alarm clock? Can't run, yeah. What, they just know I'm not fit? Oh, it's changed the tone now, isn't it? Is he still there? No, don't do that. I can't even turn around now. I've hit a fence. And I can't run. That would be a messy bed. Now there's like a demon involved. Hello, I'm having a good day, but not when I'm in the Slender Forest. Is he still... We're just at that point, are we? If I turn around, the orchestra drops their kit. I don't know where I'm going. I guess I'll just run, like, not run, but walk down this bit. That's the building, we've already done that. I feel like like there was like some sort of rusty tractor at some point. Surely by now canonically playable character. Let's just use Slender. Wait, he's not on my arse. Oh no, he is on my arse. Look, it's not hitting me in the same way now. That first one proper got me. Surely there has to be some sort of landmark around here. You guys gotta help me. What page are we on? 5? I'm scared to press a different button. Oh, there's a landmark of some sort. It's gonna have to be a drive-by. Because otherwise Slender Man's going to touch me. Yes. Yes. Oh, come on. We have to try and finish this now. I guess I'll go towards the building and then walk a different direction. I'm guessing he's still on my arse. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. I can't even see. He's literally on my arse. I mean, Slender, if he ran a little bit, he'd catch me. I'm going left. That looks like something. No, don't be doing that. Don't be doing... What? No. What? Maybe he's just catching up to me. I thought I saw something down here. Come on, cut me some slack. I can't see shit. No, what? No. You're watching The Conjuring? I didn't even know there was a new one. Oh, man. That was actually, like, too close. We'll go for a piss. I'll be right back. Do you like my entry? Oh yeah, 6 out of 8 pages. That was kind of a bit frustrating, I must say. Why is my mouse working? That was frustrating to get taken out. I can't believe he's done this. Why would they do that? Yeah, I'd be honest, that is kind of made me want to stream a bunch of horror games now. There's got to be some like classics I haven't played before. Let me take a look at Steam. Categories. Where's the horror section? I'm always so blind when I'm looking for something. I am looking. Why can't I see? This is great streaming content, by the way. Me just standing? Yeah, me standing on my arse. I found it. We can browse the Steam store together. How fun is this? Free to play. Limbus Company. As an executive manager of Limbus Company, lead your group of 12 sinners. Castlevania. Repo. I haven't played Repo. Wait, Fallout 76? Since when is that a horror game? Outer Wilds, I'm sure that's not a horror game. Look, it doesn't even say horror. What the hell? Wukong. Yeah, what's going on here? Black Myth Wukong, horror game. No, it's like a Dark Souls game, isn't it? Total War, Warhammer 2, horror game. Sekiro, horror game. Would you agree? Old Man Trash. Yeah, this looks like a horror game. This is just another take on that dig game, isn't it? Do you remember there was a game that came out about digging a hole? Yeah, look at that. What did I say? Did I say one man's trash? Or did I say old man's trash? Grun. Apparently this is a horror game. A farming simulator horror game. Ark of Sharon. This doesn't look like a horror game. So I think we've just learnt that Path of Exile 2, that's not a horror game either. We've learnt that Steam's system is a bit crazy. Power Wash Simulator, yeah, that is a horror game. You're right. There are so many games now. There are so many bloody games. It's impossible to find a game that you want to play because, well, it's not impossible, but there's so many games that it's a bit overwhelming, isn't it? It's just too much choice. That's why I kind of liked it when Steam kind of would like review every game that went on there. You kind of felt like there was more quality stuff. And then they had that green light system where you would vote on the games that could go in. And now it's just like everything's on there. There's absolutely everything on Steam. So it's, yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. Just so much choice. But I must say, after playing a little bit of Slender, it does make me want to have like a horror game session again. I mean, horror games are some of my favourites. Just to, I think they're quite good. A quite good viewing experience. That's right. I've loaded Skater XL back up because that is the name of the stream. I feel like I'd have to dedicate like a whole stream to be like, today we're playing horror games. But there are a lot of good horror games. A lot of them, I do feel like a lot of horror games are better to watch than to actually play yourself, because that's how I've played a lot. Well, I'm saying the wrong words again. I've watched a lot of horror games more than I've actually played. And some of them are really compelling and I wish I played myself. But then once you start watching, you're like, well, I'm 10 minutes deep into this now. I've already ruined the introduction. I might as well. There was one game that looked absolutely crazy. I might have to pull this up for you. I watched it on Jesse Cox's channel. Let me just look it up. Because the graphics looked crazy. I just got to find the game name so I can search it up myself. We Took a Midnight Walk. I think it might only be on PlayStation. We Took a Midnight Walk. Oh no, it is on Steam. Let me load this up. So apparently, all of the assets in this game, can I make this picture bigger? They made in clay and 3D scanned and then turned that into, use that as the graphics. And like, look at it. It looks fantastic. But I started watching a bit of that and I was just like, well, I can't play that. Oh, the quality is really low on this video. But yeah, the art looks very nice. Yeah, just look at it. Wow. Hello, Magnus. But yeah, Midnight Walk. Cool game. Apparently you can play it in VR. But definitely one... I'll either make it a video or a stream where I do the horror bit of Half-Life Alyx, because I've yet to do that. I think that'll be a fun time. Well, for you guys, not for me. Boom. I get a bit carried away just doing tricks on this. Who do you guys usually watch? Do you guys watch horror games? Or watch games in general? And who are your go-to YouTube? What? I got a crazy speed boost there. What are your go-to YouTubers? Like, who's a YouTuber you'd always come back to? No matter how many years it's been. If they put out the right video, you're like, I'm in. For a time, I was never a big... There's this guy called Atrioc, and I was never a big viewer of his, but I did always watch him play Hitman. Because for a time, I was really into Hitman, and it would just be him and these two other guys playing Hitman 3. And yeah, he's like a channel, he's one of those channels where I'll only watch like the Hitman videos. Used to watch PewDiePie playing Amnesia. I think, yeah, I mean, that's how he got it started, isn't it? How people discovered him. I've never played this park before. It's quite nice looking. Where is this supposed to be? Applewood Park. It doesn't really explain. Where is Applewood Park? I mean, that sign looks nice, doesn't it? Mostly watch friends' streams and videos compared to famous YouTubers. Yeah, I'd say... I don't know who I mostly watch these days. It's a bit hard to say. There's so many people doing it now. Who do I get suggested the most? I don't know. Totally accurate Battlegrounds explanation. That sounds cool. I've not come across that. That game was funny when it came out. Like these wacky men getting taken out, like going to war. I think there was a battle royale I remember me and my friends played once, and it's free, like Totally Accurate Battleground Simulator. No, that's the name of the original. I mean, it was like a battle royale. And jumping down this stair set in real life would be terrifying. I always hated skateboarding stairs, so you never really caught me skating them. I think the most amount of stairs I've ever kickflipped was a 4 stair. Vine source. Has that got any relation to Vsauce? I watch quite a lot of content actually, like from diverse amount of creators. I guess it just depends what mood I'm in. Tempted to kind of want to show you the 4-stair kickflip. Let me try and find it. So if I... That's a meme within the community, right. I'm just going to queue up some of my own skateboarding videos. Where's my actual... Oh, I know. I've got a channel I don't know the password to. I've got quite a lot of those. Oh, I spelt that wrong. But I've got some skateboarding videos on this random YouTube channel. I've got to find it. Oh, there we go. Trickology, it's called. What am I looking for on here? Oh, there's one of me. There's one of me. And I've got to find one more. Kneecap Jake skateboarding. It comes up with the actual skate video. There are quite a few of me skateboarding. There's a lot on my channel. Trickology. Well, I think other people might have used that title before, but yeah, the idea would be like a dictionary of tricks. This was one of my go-to tricks that I used to be good at. I can still pull it off, but nowhere near as clean as that. Boom. I got that sticker in Scotland. It says "nay bad." I didn't really understand it when I got it, but it means not bad. Nay bad. That was not an attempt at a Scottish accent, by the way. Yeah, that was one. There was this trick, the half cab kick flip, heel flip. This was not a trick I could pull off that often, and I just got very... I was in a zone this day. Boom. Actually, I landed one of these recently when I started skateboarding again, and it was shocking. 7 years ago. Yeah, it's quite a long time ago. This one's 10 years ago. Let's see what happens here. Sorry, I've been muting them as I've been playing. Skate clips. Yeah, so this was the pissy alleyway that I used to skate in. I was very impressed I could jump up there. This has all been gentrified since. There's actually like little spots to eat here now. Wait, did I just bang out a tray flip? Boom. I never could always get that like full 360 rotation. And then boom, half cab kickflip. What am I going to do now? A crap no comply. I was very impressed with myself there. And I'm just doing some flat ground. I was never good at switch. That's when you're riding backwards and you use the opposite foot to flick. Oh, and that hit me in the balls. Yeah, this was my favourite. Just kick flipping off of there. But yeah, don't expect any new content from that channel anytime soon. Because I don't know the password. And I'm not really filming skate clips anyway. This is kind of one of the first videos on my channel. Is me skateboarding. Which, this is why I found it funny that some people commented on my skate video saying that, like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be talking about this. You've never made a video on skate in your life. And it's like, well, if you do click the channel and then click by oldest, you'll see there's a lot of skateboarding on the channel. So I've got quite a lot of skin in the game, as it were. But the reason why I brought this up in the first place was this was the only four stair I ever kickflipped. It's a bit pixelated now, annoyingly, but there you go. Actually, there is a 3-stair here. Oh, it's another kickflip. Well, that's great. So yeah, there's a legacy of skateboarding on the channel. So, you know, is it any wonder that I find an importance to talk about a skateboarding game when I've got quite a lot of interest in it? I've spent a lot of hours on skateboarding games. And it's not like the channel's not going to become like, oh, I'm only going to talk about skateboarding. But I am going to talk about that one. Not like, it's not going to be every video, I promise. It's a one. I don't plan on making another one anytime soon. But yeah, I do want to try the new skate when it comes out. I might stream it. Well, my plan is to stream it. Just like my first impressions. I don't know if it'd really make a good YouTube video, because probably loads of people be doing the exact same thing. So it might just stick it as like just a stream. But I don't know. Is that something you'd be interested in watching me do? I mean, I could probably just cut it down, turn it into like a video package just from the stream itself. Oh, it's a shame there's not much of a run-up for this rail here. Boink. Oh no, that is an annoying thing in this game. I pulled down and it made me jump. I didn't want to do that. Stream highlights would be cool with overall thoughts dubs. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking. So it wouldn't just be a re-upload. It would be like an edited down and me summarising what I think of it. I feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads, really, because I could take the channel down like a more gaming route. I mean, I've got a lot to say about video games just because I've spent a lot of my life playing them. But it's like, I don't know, not everyone wants that. So it's like the things I'm battling with in my own head. And that's why I've got so many channels on YouTube, because I go through this phase where I'm like, I will make this video for this channel. And then I start thinking, does it belong on this channel? I'll put it on a different channel. And now I end up in the situation with now where I have loads of channels. And does it really help splitting it? I don't know. I guess it's just the mystery of YouTube, isn't it? I guess it's good to talk about it. I don't know if... I mean, there are quite a lot of people who share that sort of process, but I don't come across it too often unless it's a channel dedicated to just talking about YouTube itself. Now, you don't very often hear big creators talk about the process or what they're thinking about in terms of, like, should I upload this here? I guess they have their processes down, you know, if they're a big channel. They know exactly where videos are going. They know exactly what kind of videos they're going to make. So I guess it's a totally different situation. Well, I guess also, I'm just thinking out loud now, but I guess lots of people don't share it because I don't think a lot of their audience actually cares, I guess. Or they would literally go and subscribe to a channel that's dedicated to it. They feel like they carved it out themselves. Yeah, that's true. Mysterious. It is a bit mysterious, isn't it? That's what makes it kind of it's a big challenge. Like, how do you make a YouTube channel that works? I guess if everyone knew the answer, then it would be easier, wouldn't it? I don't have the answers. I just got lucky on one video. So I don't have any answers. I have a lot of questions though. Probably the same questions a lot of people have. Oh, come on, man. I did not tell you to jump. Look how shiny that floor is, though. That does look like marble. You found your channel through shorts? Really? That's fascinating. Which short? I didn't actually know that. Well, of course, why would I know that? Why would I know how you found the channel? Like, you had to have told me that. Makes you feel like I should make more shorts now. That yeah, it does surprise me because I don't feel like my shorts get seen that much, really. You were talking about COD World at War, about your personal experiences. Oh, fair enough, yeah. That's probably because I did splice up a lot of my those sort of videos into shorts. But I haven't made specific short content, if that makes sense. A lot of the pretty much all the shorts are just spliced from my like main videos. But that is kind of the idea. A lot of people say, like, you make shorts and then it like might funnel it to your main channel. Like, people might find you that way, because there's a lot of people that only watch shorts, or like that's the majority of content they watch. This like little skate area is quite nice. BEAMNG, yes, that game is fun. Honestly, I haven't played it in a little while, but I do have the pedals still here. Like, I have them just where my feet are. And it's kind of weird to... I put them away the other day, and it felt a bit wrong not having pedals at the computer. So, if you do have pedals, it's actually quite nice to put it underneath your desk, just as something to push for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, BEAMNG is a laugh. I haven't actually played that in months, it feels like. I could plug that in, actually. Yes, you've actually inspired me. Maybe I'll have a quick drive. I hope my pedals actually work, though. Because my pedals are a bit dodgy. Pretty much the wires, I bought these pedals and the wires were like completely severed, so we had to sellotape the wires together. We don't have any solder or anything, and luckily it works. Oh, and the other stupid thing is it doesn't grip to the floor, so I have to I have to wedge these boxing gloves behind the pedals so it keeps the pedals in place. So I'm going to have to wedge these against the wall. Oh, come on. It's literally a bundle of wires down here. Oh. My head went bright red. Make sure you don't compress the wire. Oh, yeah, you're right. Can I... Yeah, the pedal's going to stay in place now. Oh, no. This is bad news. All the wires are tied together. The wire fairy's been at everything. Oh, it's just a big lump of wires. This isn't good. I just have like an area down here where I dump stuff. I was going to say shit, but I wanted to not swear, so I didn't. But then I did in explaining it to you. So that's great. But I have this area where I dump all my stuff, and the wire fairy's been at it. Everything's jumbled together. Oh, this is dreadful. Does it matter though? I don't think it does. You hate wires. Yeah, wires are annoying. But then, do you know what makes wires good? When you run out of battery on a wireless thing, then you're like, I like wires. You got to head out. All right, catch you later, Jimothy. Oh, this is a total jumble down here. Oh. All the steering wheels come to life. I think I had a dream I got a new gear stick. Evidently I didn't. I don't even know why I brought that up, but I did. I had a dream I got a new gear stick. Okay. Oh my god, I just realised it's really going to shake the webcam. Well, I'm afraid you're just going to have to live with a shaky webcam. I'm very sorry, guys. That's the way it is. Let's do some driving. It's immersive. This stream's been all over the place, isn't it? Can you tell I didn't have a plan? Nah, you can't tell. Right, I do have a gear stick. It's just out of shot. Come on, let's go. Vroom, vroom. Right, we've got it in neutral. Come on. Applying variables. Vehicle loading done. Oh god, wait, stop driving. Well, we know the remote works. The first thing I like to do is choose a vehicle. And I like... Where is it? Yeah, this car. Oh, but the drift one is insane. I can't start on the drift one. What about a turbo? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Whoa, I thought you were supposed to be in neutral. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what? Is it doing the gears for me? It is! Is the gear stick not plugged in? Wait. Oh, there we go. Gear stick's on. Right. I'm going to overtake on a blind corner. No, we're going to try and keep it sensible. Emphasis on the word try. Okay, we're overtaking. Oh, oh. Let's go right. this guy... What's wrong with his brake light? Someone better report that. Or is he indicating? I don't know what's wrong with that guy. This is a tight road. It is iconic. Oh, too much power. Come on, man. What's up with all these guys driving 5 miles per hour? Get out the way. I swear first doesn't work on this gear stick. Okay, first doesn't exist. We're in second. It's just the way it is. We don't have first. We have second. Oh no. What's happened here, guys? Some idiot. Why doesn't first work? Can I squeeze through? Wait, my car's not working. The engine is off. Oh, oh. Oh, the engine's on. Move. Okay, we're going to have to... I need to see what's going on. We're going to have to take matters into our own hands here. No, reverse. Reverse. There we go. Okay. No, first don't want to work. I can switch it on the steering wheel. You bugger! Oh no. Wait, hang on, stop. Forward. No, come on. What is going on? I need to see. Oh no. Okay. We're gaining control. Come on. Up the hill. Yeah, we wanted to rally, didn't we? That was the whole point of today's excursion. Oh, come on, drive in a straight line, please. Oh, a road. Problem solved. There we go. We're back. Oh, come on, what the flip? What are you doing? I think people have gone mad on this Italian road. Bloody idiots. You should learn to drive. I did. Oh no, more jokers. Oh, that's a squint to get through there. I wonder where these guys are going. I mean, if there's one thing about BeamNG, there aren't actually people here. These cars are just living beings. Because no one's in the car. Get out of the way. Come on, you're boring me. Fit through there. Hey, wait, this guy's trying to challenge me right now. Yeah, you put your hazards on. Because there's a hazard right behind you. I need to see. Oh, you bugger. It's not nice having no first. Wait, what happened there? This game's ridiculous. They're on a pilgrimage to throw themselves into BEAMNG destruction. I think you're right, because look at this guy. Everyone's on crazy pills. I'm having to cheat with the gears on my steering wheel to get into first. So we've got another van driver. We know what they're like. There's a saying, isn't there, about white van drivers? I don't know what that saying is, but I don't think it's a good one. Like they're crazy or something. White van man. I'm a white van man. What do they say about white van men? Van men? How do you say there's more than one van? There is van. Certainly not a good reputation, no. There is room in the middle of the road, though. That's what drifters know. See, there's room for 3 cars. This is a 3-laned road. You got the left side, the right side, and you got the middle. Everyone knows that. It's just no one's strong enough to take the middle lane. I do remember actually once we went to Thorpe Park, and as everyone was leaving, it was dark. It was night time. We was driving out, and there's a roundabout, and then as we were driving past, some guys overtake us really fast and just drive over the top of the roundabout. I feel like they might have got an air, or maybe that's just me imagining things, but they did blast it through and go over the top of the roundabout. I did find it mildly entertaining, I must say. Oh man, but that Thorpe Park, that was a horror night, and so it felt like it was like the whole park was one big pub. Like it was so much like, I don't even know how to describe it, like pub energy there. And I remember I really needed to go to the toilet for like a number 2, and I really regret sitting down on that toilet seat because it was covered in piss. Wait, what? My controller's unplugged? What? I don't know what happened there. But yeah, that was horrible sitting down. I actually did try, and I put like bog roll over the toilet seat as much as I could. And it's still got my butt wet. So yeah, I don't have a good opinion of horror nights at Thorpe Park, 'cause that's all I think about. Although apparently they've done the park up in recent years. Oh my god. Oh, my car's been wrecked. Let's go to a different part of the map. Yeah, apparently they've totally redone Thorpe Park. There you go, let's look at the map. I remember I went on a bit of a rant actually when I saw they put out this advert being like, come to Thorpe Park, it's nice and new. And then I was like having a proper yell. I was like, yeah, they bloody well should clean that place. It's disgusting. Well, it actually went into first. Someone actually finally cleaned the toilets. Yeah, I was so annoyed about that. I still am. I'm not annoyed enough to go on a rant though. I wish I was. I'm just too goddamn chill. It's a real problem, isn't it? I'm too chilled out today. Uh-oh. There's already a lot of things that people are outraged at in the world, so you don't need me to be outraged. I mean, I used to watch a lot of Asmongold, who I feel like it's hard to not know who he is if you go on YouTube, but if you haven't, he was like a big World of Warcraft streamer, and that's when I used to watch him. And then I did like it, he branched out into other games like Dark Souls and stuff. But these days he's kind of like a news commentator. And I learn more about my own country from him than I do, than I do from living here. Because I don't look at the news. I try and actively like not watch it because it's just like, ugh. And then like I go on YouTube and YouTube suggests to me Asmongold, and a lot of the videos I don't click, but I see the headline, and then some of them I do have a little gander at, and a lot of it's like, oh, you know, these people are angry and there's these riots happening in Britain, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Luckily everything's all calm around here, but I try and actively stay out of those sort of things and just focus on what I'm doing, which is really just making my own content. But yeah, it's like you said, he is like a political guy now, so, and that's not really why I started watching him in the first place. Oh no, first is working. Everyone's just decided to park in the middle of the road. But you got to hand it to him. He has massively, tremendously grown his like everything. His YouTube, his Twitch. He's I remember Stay Safe. I haven't actually watched him in ages. Yeah, I watched him during the whole, like, when I was deep into Classic WoW. Oh, fuck you. Not you, I mean the guy I crashed into. It was his fault, I swear. Yeah, I haven't watched Stay Safe in a long time. I didn't even know he does that sort of thing. I remember, what was it? He played a warlock or something. That's what I think. I didn't realise he had his own gum. Was it like caffeine gum? But no, I haven't watched him in a long time. Has he got like a massive channel now as well? Or is he kind of like a similar size as he was? Yeah, little gnome warlock, that's right. Yeah, I watched a lot of WoW creators back then when I was deep into the Classic WoW. Oh yeah, Power Gum, that's it. I was having a silly idea the other day. I was like, you know, you've got caffeine gum, you've got nicotine gum. Why not blend the two together? Actually, to be fair, I was thinking, right, because I do have nicotine gum. I don't smoke and haven't done. I've got my own stupid reason for chewing it. But I've got Nicorette right here. Nicorette flavours are crap. Like, the flavour I have, I actively dislike. His channel blew up. Multiple millions each month. That's crazy. Wow. But yeah, I mean, good for him. What more could I say? Good for him. I didn't know that. I haven't been pushed to a single one of his videos, actually. I was surprised that you said that he's like a huge political guy now. But yeah, I was thinking, like, there's room in the nicotine gum business for someone to make a gum that actually tastes good. Because I think they all taste bloody horrible. The only one I like is like a Fruit Fusion or Original. Kind of gives you like the throat burn that I used to like from smoking, which I haven't smoked in years. There's something enjoyable about the burn for some reason. But just remembering that he's got that gum reminded me of that. But apparently it's classed as something different. It's like, it's not chewing gum, it's medication or medicated gum or something. Gum gives you headaches. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll be honest, I don't chew it for that long. Is there any other WoW creators that have turned political and gone huge? That's probably, must be quite a few people that have done it. I guess it's hard to keep track of, isn't it? Because if you don't watch someone for a couple of videos, you stop get pushing their stuff. You don't get pushed their content anymore, and you just lose track, and maybe you forget they even exist until years later, and you're like, oh, they make different stuff now. But it makes sense, you know. He probably got bored of WoW. What is he going to make content on next? And if that's giving him millions of views, I mean, that's going to be helping him live comfortably. I'm guessing you get better ad rates on political content as well. So I can tell you, gaming content, you get quite low ad rates compared to everything else. It's weird because, like, I used to drink a lot of this product called Huel, and I made a bunch of videos on that years ago. Way before I was monetized, so I wasn't getting ads on it. But now there are ads on it, obviously, because the channel is now monetized, and they give some of the highest ad rates on the channel, even though they don't get many views, so it doesn't really generate any money. But it's crazy. Like, so like if you made like a supplement channel that was monetized and successful, you get a lot of money for that. But yeah, I couldn't be a political guy. I just never been interested in it. Like, I've always hated watching the news. Oh, bloody hell. Food channels. Oh, come on, man. Move your car. Move your... I mean, I know Beard Meats Food. He must get, like, a killing. A killing, I say. But yeah, gaming is like $1 to a couple dollars or something for like every 1,000 views. So it's not that much. These guys, man, this road is packed today. That's crap. Yeah. To put it bluntly. I mean, it's probably like the lowest. It's funny because the video that I had that went viral, right, that's got one of the lowest CPMs. And when I think about it logically, you can logic your way into reasoning, you know, it's quite obvious why it's got a low CPM. One, it's a video of me saying that I never wanted a job, so it's likely, it's all based on like who watches your video. One, it's gaming, so gaming just gets less because people who watch gaming content probably aren't looking to buy certain products. Two, it's a video about me saying I never wanted a job, so you're likely to attract people that have less money, they don't want a job either, so the ad rates are very low on that one, which is funny. Not in a ha-ha funny, it's just interesting funny. But yeah, I've got to get around this tight bend. I think the biggest earning stuff would be like finance videos, or I guess supplements, those sort of things, and I guess politics. But at the end of the day, it's like if you get a lot of views, I guess it doesn't really matter what kind of content you're making. A lot of views is going to equate to money anyway. And you know, if every video you make gets 1 million views, then you're sitting fine. So they've got a lot of incentive to keep talking about politics. The thing I took away from your channel is that you can enjoy gaming without going overboard to the point where it doesn't prove to be fun anymore. Well, I think as I've done that a lot myself. Well, it's good that you've taken that point, because I guess I'm trying to almost learn from my own experiences of having wrecked certain games from doing that, and not make those same mistakes again. Like, this is a good game. You can load up. It's like, it gives you space to think. My mind's occupied with the road, and you can talk. I guess it's like driving anyway in real life. But then it's that I did mention it in my console video, like talking about achievements and that. And I think there's like something deep rooted inside of me where I can accidentally take things to the extreme, where like, oh, my life is this video game now. My life is fucking Stardew Valley, so I'm going to play the hell out of it. But then, like, if I had Xbox achievements popping up, I might start thinking, I've got to do this specific thing to get this specific achievement. And then that ends up, like, ruling my life, because I can't help myself. Well, I can, but... Oh, God. 2-lane road? No, I meant 3-lane road. You bugger. I'm going to get through this. Don't beat me. Oh, you bastard! What gear am I in? I'm in second. You compared it to a checklist. Playing the menu. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've got to spawn somewhere else. It can be like that. I was enjoying just fucking driving and talking. Took me right out of it. Okay, cool. I did stick it in reverse. Hello there. What up? If you did see the thumbnail, good night from Australia. What time is it there? Why doesn't this gear stick work? I forgot what the hell I'm saying now, all these people on the road. Oh yeah, I was going to say, if you did click the thumbnail and saw it's 1:32 in the morning, God, yeah, have a good sleep. But yeah, if you just joined the stream, you saw the thumbnail, I was playing skateboarding games to start with. But I'm not now. We did talk a lot about skateboarding. What the hell's up here? I wonder if there's a game like, you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? You can like fly across the whole world. Apparently the graphics are really nice in that game. I wonder if there's one where it's like Microsoft Car Simulator and you drive across and it's got like all the roads of the world, and that would be pretty cool. Oh no. Look, it's a one-way road, and what is this guy doing? It's like finding someone dying in the middle of the road, like this car just flopping around. I'm gonna ram him. No, come on. I thought that would work. Yes! Oh no, the steering wheel's buggered. Reset vehicle. Oh. Oh no, put me back here. I thought we'd repair the car. I wonder if if there were less consequences in the real world and you were like parked up like that, would someone just ram you? They were like, screw this, I'm not waiting. You've always fantasized about combined Microsoft universe, so flight sim, farming sim, car driving sim. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. I think that would be pretty cool. That's like a whole nother level. That's almost like an MMO of life, but for vehicles. The MMO of life. Life is an MMO. The video game of life. Oh, here we go. Is this the hard shoulder I'm in? Oh, it's getting a bit hairy now. I mean, it's always hairy when I'm involved. Have you seen my head? Oh, 3 lane? Yep, we're taking the 3rd lane. My God, when I made a short from this and I said I was the world's least wanted driver, it's a bit silly how much I found myself entertaining there. You ever play Second Life? No, I've never played Second Life. But I had... Oh, crap. Accidentally tagged that guy. That's what happens when you read chat whilst you're driving. It makes you a safer driver. Devoted that game. I'm veering. Yeah, people devote their lives to that game. I have watched some videos on Second Life. Yeah, I can't say it looked like a game that ever appealed to me, to be honest. But maybe it'd be fun to try out at some point. It's kind of like a historical piece now, isn't it? I don't imagine it's getting many new players. I do remember when I was in school, well, it might have been in school, or I used to hear like you could make a lot of money in Second Life. Like actually selling like real estate or something. Yeah, I think I've described this game in particular as a kind of Gmod experience. It reminds me of the fun of it. I used to absolutely love loading up Gmod, and then there was this gun that when you shoot it would go in slow motion. You go, ooh, what you say? And then you shoot someone and then they fall down. Like you shoot Dr. Kleiner in the head and then he dies in slow motion. There were some fun custom games in that. I'll be honest, I don't play Roblox, but I can see the appeal of it because there's just so much there. Like if I was a kid today, I'd definitely be on Roblox. Because there is so many custom games in that. It's kind of like the modern day Gmod. Except Gmod does look better, but a lot of the games are total arse on Roblox though. I had a look the other day because my nephews were playing, and some of them look really good. There was this one that looks just like Call of Duty. I think it was called Frontline. It runs really well. It plays just like COD, loads in seconds, and it's totally free, which was shocked me. Doesn't look like Roblox in the slightest. There was this one game where it was just like climb a tower. I was like, okay, climbing the tower, what do you do? Oh, you jump down, like depending on how high you go, you jump down, you get gold. Okay, then you spend that gold, you get wings, and the wings make you climb faster, and when you're climbing you can press a button so it climbs for you. And I was like, what's the point in this game? There's literally no reason to play this game. It's just going to climb for me. And then I played it a little bit, got to the top, and there was nothing up there. I was like, why the hell did I even play this? But a lot of it's quite like, they're just fishing for you to rate the game. So say this take for instance, pretend this driving game's on Roblox, and it would be like 5 seconds in and be like, oh, if you want this special free gift, then leave us a rating. And then if you accidentally walk into a little bubble, it'll be like, oh, pay us a £5 and you can have this fucking hat. Pay us a £5, you can have these gloves. And it's like, what? They're not microtransactions. They're macro transactions. Why do you trying to trick these kids into paying a £5 for like a reset or a level skip in something? But I noticed in like every game they have, they're designed just like, they're all designed the same. Doesn't matter what the game is. They're like, if you want the free gift, leave us a rating. And then easy things that you accidentally walk into and then it tries to charge you a £5. And if you haven't been like looking at what the kid's doing and you haven't sort of told them like, don't waste money on this, money is valuable, these things that you're buying are pointless, then they might buy them. So you have to actually kind of monitor what they're doing on Roblox. Other than that, if you do monitor it, then I think it can be a good time. Or if you at least teach them that like, you should not buy this crap. Like, don't pay a £5 for a hat in Roblox. But personally, I know I'm not the target audience, but I just don't see the value in it myself. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I need Robux so I can get like these cosmetics. But for me, it just does absolutely nothing. But obviously, I'm not the target demographic for that. I'm not a Roblox player. But for me, it does nothing. I don't get any appeal or satisfaction out of getting this cosmetic. But I get that in a lot of games. Like, why would I spend any money on this? I don't care about the cosmetics. It is messed up in a game for kids. And the fact that they're all there trying to fish for that £5 for their hats or whatever it is. But I get it. They're trying to make their money. And they can do that, so they will. And it probably works. Otherwise, why would everyone be doing that in their Roblox games? But you can see it for yourself. If you get Roblox, join some games, they're all like that. And it's really irritating as well, like, because all you have to do is accidentally walk into the area and it triggers the event to ask you to buy the thing. And like, you might have walked past the event by the time. Like, there was this one game where it's like, you drop down a hole and you have to avoid the things and hit the target and you go to the next level. I've seen games like that in the past. It's like a dropper game. And then if you accidentally walk into the little ring, it'll be like, oh, you know, get this currency, buy this currency, and then you can skip the level. And you might be like, you might have brushed it and then you're doing the level and then the pop-up comes up, interrupts the gameplay to ask you to pay for the skip. Just because you accidentally brushed the little trigger zone that triggers, like, you know, ask player for purchase. So I just, like, found it annoying. And it's predatory. Yeah, it's weird the way games have gone. But yeah, there is positives in there. I'm kind of hyper-focusing on these negatives, but they're just so blatant. But there are positives to Roblox. And my point is that it can be a fun little sandbox. Especially, I like the idea that you could make your own game, because that was always a lot of fun for me. In a lot of games growing up for me, I found a lot of enjoyment in making my own thing. Like, going way back, old school game. If you haven't watched my videos where I talk about Marathon, you might not know what it is, but essentially Bungie made a FPS game before Halo called Marathon, and in that was its own map editor. You can make your own maps, and then I would get like these demo discs that came with maps so I could try out other maps. And, you know, I experimented making my own map. And you get these windows, like you got this wire window, you got the top down view, the side view, like for laying out your map. And then years later, when I messed around in Counter-Strike, try and make my own map, the systems are almost the same. Like, the map building software was similar to what I played when I was a kid, like when I was 7 or whenever I played that. So I just thought that was mind-blowing. You swear Roblox is just deep in copyright infringement? Yeah, they don't care. Like, this was the weird thing, right? I load it up. Every single game is basically a Mr. Beast YouTube thumbnail. Or, I don't know the name of the other channels, but I've seen my nephews watch and be like, I'm building a secret base under my stairs, a secret gaming room. I'm building a hiding spot in my swimming pool. Like those videos, the thumbnails that they make, they're all these Mr. Beast esque thumbnails, which yes. I mean, I guess if it works on YouTube, it would work on there, wouldn't it? You're aiming for the same target audience, aren't you? So you want to grab their attention in the same way. So it is just marketing at the end of the day, but it's a whole ecosystem in itself, and it was interesting to actually take a look at it after years of never really looking at it. It's similar to the Doom/source map editors as well. Yeah, because like I was saying, like Counter-Strike, that is Source, isn't it? This was before Counter-Strike 2. I was messing around and making my own maps. But it's interesting how the software is essentially the same years later. I mean, obviously it's a lot more advanced than that. But it's weird thinking about that, like going back, these games were like shareware games. It's a whole different vibe today, isn't it? I got this game, they gave out Marathon for free a lot of the time. You get these maps for free. I had the map editor, community maps. It's all just part of the game. The fun of the game is what the community's made. And now it's all about how much money can you sap out of the person playing it. How much engagement can you get out of them? Can you make them like your system? And I guess that's why, personally, I don't see the value in all these microtransactions, because we grew up in a time when those weren't key parts of a video game. Those things were free. Those things were community made. Those things were shared. Shareware, it's in the name, shareware. We just had people giving out games. Oh, please, play chapter 1 of my video game and consider buying chapter 2. It's just totally different vibe. Totally different. And it's weird. Obviously, we can't really experience that again. And the kids of today, like, you could be like, oh, check out this game, but they won't care because it's not like the thing that everyone's playing. Unless, like, the kids disconnect from the internet and they don't know that it's like some big YouTube culture. You never played Marathon, but I'm a huge Doom enthusiast. Retro FPS Marathon got released on Steam. Yeah, it did. The thing is, it's actually been available for free on the internet for years as well. It's just, it's been brought to Steam recently, so it's made it... I mean, it's quite easy to download anyway, but you just needed to know it existed. So it's brought it into the realm where people know it exists. Because, I mean, before Bungie tried to reboot Marathon, I felt like I know there's probably plenty of people out there who do know it, but I felt like I was one of the few people that knew Marathon even existed. Because, it was a Mac-only game. So, how many Mac gamers are there? I think I'm a part of a small group there. People who grew up playing Mac games. Obviously, in the world in total, there's loads of people who did, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small slice of the pie. Most people grew up with, like, if you had a computer, it was Windows. And if you had a Mac, you probably weren't gaming on it anyway. You ever heard of Marathon before? Yeah, that's what I mean. It was kind of like a hidden game, as it were. I mean, have you ever heard that Bungie made a series, it's like an RTS series called Myth? They're one of my favourite games. It's like, you don't do any base build or anything, but it's almost like Total War. Oh, have I gone down a street where there's a dead end? Oh no, I can turn right. Yeah, have you ever heard of Myth? Oh no, there's been an accident. Bloody hell. A tragic accident. That's another one you've never heard of. Yeah, myth. Yeah, so imagine Total War. Kind of. But it's kind of like mythical creatures. I mean, it's got the word myth in it. But it's really fun and gruesome for an old school game. Like, you get these dwarves and they throw these Molotov cocktails that are explosive, and then what I used to do when I was a kid is chuck them at my own team, and then it would blow people into bits. Like, bits of people would fly everywhere, and you get these warlocks that could make big fireballs, send them out, and they would just blow people to bits. There's these giant men called the Tro. They were like these giant fucking bodybuilders that 3 times the height of a person. They just kick you, and then the body parts would go everywhere. It was a brutal game. It was really cool. And if you're like a Halo guy, if you ever go back and play, I'm turning left here, mate. If you ever go back and play Myth, you'll really recognise the soundtrack of Halo in there. Like, the music style's very similar. You know, like, they got the drums and all that. I don't even know how to describe it more than that. I'm down this road I got stuck on earlier. This place is like a labyrinth. Oh no! No! I should have learnt my lesson. It's like a... Oh no. Oh, I've got to get out of this little village. I'll follow the arrows. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, the music's very similar. Bungie obviously had their own style that they carried on for years into Halo. These roads are a myth. Yeah, you're right. But that's one of the things that gets me thinking, like, as like a... I guess I'm an aging gamer at this point. Like, you've played so many games where, like, you make all these weird links into the past. Like, this game's similar to this game. This game spawned from this game. Oh, this game's referencing this game. And it's kind of annoying in the sense that, like, I'll be say my nephew's around and they're watching a video on the telly. They will use all these sound effects from all these different games, and in my head I'll be like, that's from that, that's from that, that's a reference from that. But they don't know that. All the references go completely over their heads, and they don't, you know, don't see the links to any of it. It's a weird age to be gaming in your 30s. I think it's just weird to be in your 30s. It's weird that I've made it this far. It's gone on too long. No, shouldn't say that. Touch wood. It's not gone on too long. But sometimes it feels like, you know, how has things gone on this long? How am I actually this age? One day I'm going to... Well, if I make it, if I'm lucky enough, I'll be 60, and then... it'll be different, wouldn't it? Getting ahead of myself now. Yeah, G-Man's a skibbly toilet guy. They just got a different entry point to it. Whereas, you know, we'll see it and think, you know, why is G-Man's head coming out of the toilet? They see it and just think skibbity toilet. Will they ever care to even look at where it came from? Probably not. It's just some meme, isn't it? Some passing meme that they've already forgotten about. Yes, it's interesting. It's weird. It's just, yeah, I do feel like it's just that feeling of nostalgia, isn't it? I guess, at the end of the day. Sentimental feeling. You know, we're thinking about all these things that the games, they're all linked to each other, but at the end, I've been thinking about this, like, at the end of the day, it's like that stuff kind of dies with us. They don't care about it. We care about it because it's kind of part of our heritage in a way. what you gamed on when you was a kid. It's kind of formed your identity. It's got no bearing on their identity. Like, some people will be interested in what they would call the classics. You know, there'll be some people who'll be like, oh, I love those old retro games. But for a lot of people, it's just like, means nothing to them. And that's just the nature of it, you know. These things will die with us, I guess. Apart from the enthusiasts. Just getting a bit like, not morbid about it, but that's just kind of like what I was thinking about the other day. If I was a kid today, I'd like to think I possess the same sense of inquiry. I'm going to crash, as I've always had, and actually look at where it came from. Yeah, maybe I'm just generalising. Because I mean, I say that, and it's like when I was a kid, or when I was a teenager actually, I listened to a lot of like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. I was into that big time, and that was before my time. That was like my parents' music that they loved. So maybe I'm just blowing things out of proportion. You never know. It might be a bit different though, because it's like with AI, all of this content and art and all that is just flooded, isn't it? It's going to be harder and harder to find things. It's like I saw in a different video, I think it's just someone taking the piss out of this, but if you search something specific, like a specific video you might have watched like 10 years ago, and then YouTube will push you something completely different. Man, the amount of YouTube videos I've seen is ridiculous. You could make a whole video on that, couldn't you? There's like a whole generation of people that have grown up since YouTube came out, and there's so many old classic videos on there. I used to love this channel called Waverley Films that used to be really funny. They made little sketches. I don't think they haven't made videos in years. Yeah, YouTube's changed a lot. I do wonder sometimes, like all these videos I'm making, I like to think sometimes that it's like an archive of who I am. And maybe if YouTube happens to still exist in, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60, like would someone be able to look at this archive of who I am? Like maybe like people later into my family, they could see what I was like as a person, see the thoughts I had or what time was like here. And then if it is still around, the other case would be, would they even be able to find it? Like that many years worth of content and people creating, be impossible to find. It's like how many creators that you used to watch years ago still create now, and if they do, they're probably not getting the same level of viewership, but they're still doing it. And it's like they're hard to find unless you remember them. Like YouTube's not pushing them big anymore. Well, what a weird thing, this whole YouTube system. As long as it's there, I suppose you don't have to worry unless something happens to YouTube itself. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I say if YouTube's still around. I mean, you already have that sort of thing where, I mean, obviously it's happened on this platform and Facebook where like people have passed away and you still have their channels, their Facebook pages are still there. It's just there now as a memory. That is a weird thing to think about. Like I used to watch Total Biscuit a lot, and he died. I don't even know how many years ago now. 3 or 4 years ago. Oh my god, yeah, you said Total Biscuit. You must have said that and then I said it to you like a delay. How weird. I used to love watching Total Biscuit. He inspired me a lot, actually. What was the intro to his thing? Is it like, WTF is... Hello, I'm Total Biscuit, the cynical Brit, and today I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is BEAMNG. No one's really been able to replicate that since. And he actually, like, I think about him because I'll see like certain games I remember he made WTF is videos on, and then it'll just take me back to his series, like when I'm browsing Steam. But yeah, he was like, I used to look up to him quite a lot. I liked his, what do you call it, his focus on audio quality. I need to upgrade my mixer for mine, because I can blow this microphone out. If I talk too loudly, it comes out quite, you know, it gets blown out. But he is the reason why I enjoy getting microphones. Like the first YouTube AdSense payment I ever got, I bought this microphone. I do need to upgrade my video system, but I'd have to make some more videos that get lots of views to be able to do that. But and that's quite rare. But yeah, quality is he's who you think of when I think of a games journalist, a reviewer. Yeah, even though he always said his WTF is as a first impression series, didn't he? He has to make that clear. I always liked what he did, and I think I've referenced him a little bit before. I'll be like, let's take a look at the options menu first. But I could never do it as well as he did. I'd be like, there's no FOV slider. It's going to make me sick. There's no FOV slider, guys. This game, terrible. You have to go into the .ini file and I changed the FOV. He does have a point though. I do hate it when I load up an FPS game or something, I can't change the FOV. Like CODs usually starts at like really tight. It feels like you're kind of like walking around with blinkers on. Why are they called blinkers? You know what I mean? So it blocks out your peripheral vision. Why are they called blinkers? Is that for horses so they don't see lights, or did I just invent that? Introduce me to Deus Ex. I think I remember that video you're talking about. I never actually played it until much later. I mean, I would just watch a lot of his videos just for the sake of it. Ugh. I did watch a lot of the TGS podcasts as well, until it changed to Polaris. Come on, let's get in the third lane. I do remember Total Biscuit, he was saying to his wife, like, you know, carry on the channel. Or maybe this is what his wife said, like on the first podcast after he passed, like, carry on the channel, keep creating. I don't know what she did in the end, if she kept making the videos or not, but obviously not on his channel, but I think that's what he wanted her to do, keep making videos on the Total Biscuit channel. I wonder how old his son is now. Yeah, and he had a Star. I used to watch it. We're just reminiscing about Total Biscuit now. Because I was super into StarCraft at the time, and he had a StarCraft channel as well. She goes live occasionally. Have I just done a circle? It's weird how easy you can zone out on this game. Yeah. Never knew that he had a son. Oh yeah, I think he had his son a couple years before. As far as I know. Yeah, he was pretty young at the time. But then it's like I was saying with my channel, I like to think of it as like it captures who I am. His son has all those videos. Do you know what I mean? He'd be like, what was my dad like? Well, I guess I'll go and listen to him. There's hours of him talking on a podcast. Like, you can get quite a good picture of what he was like. Which is nice. And that's why after I had like a viral video, I was like, I kind of just started telling my life story. I don't even know if people wanted to listen to it really, but I was just like, I'm going to say everything I can think of about myself. And that's a playlist on the channel. It's just all those COG commentaries. But now I'm kind of like in the kind of general gist I'm going for now is like I kind of want to capture all my thoughts on, it's like my gaming history, capture all my thoughts on games. That's why I've been doing more of the video game essays. I did the console one, I did the survival game one, which I'm a bit sad it didn't really get many views because I don't know, that was a big one for me. Survival games are a big part of my life. I've been trying to think about like, is it the thumbnail, is it the title? Going back to YouTuber mode, it's like my skate video was performing quite badly. I did one title change. Like I was going to the park and I was just on my phone. I told myself I'm going to have a day off from looking at YouTube analytics, but I looked at it and then I changed one title and then it started getting views. So it's always like you're one title away from making a video work. So I want to reassess that survival games video and see like what's wrong with it. Is the title crap? I already completely changed everything. Like when I initially uploaded it, I've already completely changed the thumbnail and the title. But yeah, that's kind of like what I want to do next on my plan for content anyway. Yeah, the video title has a huge factor on whether it gets views or not. That's what I've learned the past few months, is the title is everything. I mean, the thumbnail is important, but I think the title is more important. But yeah, I kind of want to do like a big long video on Diablo, on how... What's the title before and after? I'll be honest, I can't remember right now. Oh, we're not supposed to survive alone. I think that was the first title, and then whatever the title is now, I can't remember. Oh yeah, but the video I wanted to do a big long video on Diablo, and it's been on my mind for months because I played Diablo 4. And then I just kind of found it really boring. And like I didn't want to play it. And I bounced off it before Season 1 started. Yeah, since then I've gone back and I've played Diablo 2. I played Diablo 1. And those were good experiences. So I wanted to do like a big long video on Diablo. And kind of like how it gripped me initially. Just talk about Diablo in depth and why I'm not a big fan of Diablo 4 and why games like Path of Exile are kind of overtaking it. That's my next gaming video essay in the pipeline. I haven't actually started scripting that one yet, but I've got the idea together. That's kind of like how the video is going to go. So I've been talking for ages. My throat's sore and I've just had the call. I have some food available, so, and I'm sweating my arse off actually, in case you wanted to know that. So I'm going to park this car up. Oh, thanks for joining me today, guys. I just went live on a whim. But yes, I'm going to be live streaming when Skate comes out. When Skate comes out, I will be live streaming that, giving my first impressions. My first impressions. WTF is Skate full stop. That'll be a fun one because it's going to be a whole new game and I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, take care, guys. And if you aren't in the Discord, there's a link somewhere. Not in this stream. There's not a link anywhere, so don't worry about that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.